Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I thought I will answer your questions on how I do my composition, where do I get inspiration, and how do I manage to paint every day and overcome perfectionism. So let's go. So yeah, actually I want to meanwhile I also want to share my bigger paintings. Yeah, so I've done this with A3 paper as well as this ballhand paper, but sort of not as big as A3, but then still bigger than A4. So this is 15 times 10.2 or 33 times 26 centimeters. So let's go. So yeah, where do I find my inspiration? Mainly, actually, a lot just online. It's pretty much everywhere, like Pinterest. And usually I do enjoy looking at, a painting, whether it can be really anything like a cushion or an oil painting and all from other artists. And yeah, and I just sort of, kind of get inspiration, whether it's from the, kind of color palettes or the composition. And then I kind of, got me curious to kind of give it a go and add my own spin to it. Like for instance, this one is sort of a good idea, the color, but I feel I messed up the edges. So what do? I turn it around and practice a bit more. Yeah, so that's what we do. So yeah, so that's sort of what I do, and especially actually for beginners, I highly recommend you to kind of just definitely, well, that's what I did anyways, kind of learn from the artists you love, especially their styles. For example, like how to simplify a flower, the loose style. I find, wow, it's just so useful to learn from those, kind of loose flower works. They are already there. Because I find if I was a beginner and I just look at a real flower, it's almost a bit too much information. I wouldn't know how to simplify it, how to interpret it. For instance, like a peony, I would definitely think, oh my god, there's so many petals, I don't even know where to start. But what I love about loose watercolor is it's all about interpretation, just kind of playing with the color. So it's not realistic. So I'm not too worried about the light sources, how accurate it is. So that's what I love about it. It's all about the interpretation and then playing with the color combination, what sort of stories you're trying to tell. So then, yeah, I definitely encourage you to, learn from your favorite artists, see how they interpret it, and over time, you'll be able to add your own spin to it, yeah? Another question I'd like to answer is about how do I manage to paint every single day? So yeah, it can definitely be a bit tricky because there will be days, you don't feel like it. So I find the best way is to form a system. Yeah, you kind of do it as a habit. And we all know the only way to get better is through constant practice. So I find it so useful to form a good habit. And then another thing, of course, will be like, oh, sometimes you have a good day, sometimes you have a bad day. And on a good day, after I've paint something, I'm like, oh, I love it so much. And the next day I can get a bit frustrated, like, why can't I paint as well as yesterday? But then if I did a terrible one, and the next day I almost don't want to do it either, be like, oh, what if I repeated, the terrible mistake like yesterday? But then the truth is, if you have a good one, enjoy that moment, and just put it on the side. Start a new one. If you have a terrible one, the same. Look at it and see what you can learn from it, put it on the side, and start a new one. I find that's just the best attitude to follow, because I guess in the beginning, I definitely would be affected more by, sort of what happened yesterday, whether it's a good one or a bad one. But the truth is, it doesn't matter. Every day is a new day. Even if it's a good one, if you don't repeat what's good from yesterday, it's okay. And then, if yesterday was not a good day, and don't kind of presume that it'll be a bad day today either. So yeah, I just find that's just the best way to go with it. So yeah, so what I do is, yeah, I kind of do it a bit like, I'm not personally a religious person, but I find the best way to continue doing something, it's really not about passion, because passion, the feeling, you know, it might go away. But I kind of almost do it a bit like my meditation or my mindful practice, or a bit my you know, little prayer every day. And I feel very lucky I got to do watercolor flowers too. It's just a lot more interesting now. And yeah, I kind of just try not to focus too much on the result, but truly to embrace and enjoy the process. And yeah, if I see a painting, I'm like, oh, you know, I really love the color combination, and I would kind of take inspiration from that one and see what kind of spin I can add to it. So yeah, that's what I do. And of course, some people would say, like, oh, don't you need to create your original work? But at the end of the day, what is original? I guess we all, you know, kind of take inspiration from different things, and everything around us can be the inspiration, yeah? So in that sense, I read a book before. The author actually say, just paint something that's authentic enough to you, and once it's authentic, it might just start to feel original. And I love that. So yeah, that was my suggestion for you as well. So I think at the end of the day, you have to get inspiration, paint something that you know, you're excited about, you feel curious about, you want to see, you know, what you can create. And the last question I want to answer is, why flowers? The truth, I just find what you can do with flowers, whether it's abstract or realistic, just there's so much combination. I just love it. I just don't feel as curious and passionate about landscapes. You know, I guess it's a very, very personal thing, yeah? So that's me, and for me, it's not so much about being realistic about it, but it's about, you know, the story you want to tell and your own interpretation. So that's what I want to share with you. Oh, sorry, something just dropped. So yeah, before I end this video, I want to share what happens to my paintings that doesn't work. I give them a second life. I cut them into bookmarks. So yeah, you know, every painting, there's always something we don't like. I'm sure every artist does. And somehow, you know, so those flowers might not look great on a big whole painting, but you know, once you cut it out, it gives it a second life. So I suppose there's no real failures. It's really all about your own interpretation. So thank you very much for, you know, spending time with me, and hope I answer some of the questions you have. But yeah, if you have any further questions, please comment below, and I would love to answer them. So I'll see you in the next video then. Bye!